Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the New York stream. 7:02 a.m. on a Tuesday. 7:02 on a Tuesday. It sounds like it should be a song or something. 7:02 on a Tuesday. And we're going to tackle the charts today. We have jolts today. Jolts at 10 a.m. Eastern for the US dollar. It's typically is a market mover. We have Fed tomorrow though, so we'll see how much of a market mover it is. Yen bank holiday. They're now back in their hiding, so if you are trading the yen, bank holiday. So keep that in mind. Didn't have any trades last night. Didn't really like any setups last night. So we go on today with a clean slate for the day. And I guess we'll start with the bastard child of the markets, the dollar. Get rid of that. All right, so looks like it wants to squeeze a little bit, doesn't it? I mean, we have these, we're finding some pretty good support here at 101.5. Descending highs that we closed above yesterday, had a lower wick form already today, and it seems like it wants to push higher and reach for the stars, as Buzz Lightyear would say. And so, with the dollar potentially moving bullish, I say potentially because the dollar has a mind of its own and will do whatever the hell it wants to do. But yeah, just gonna keep an eye on price action here, see if we can get this continued stair-step price action for a continuation higher in the volume session. Whoa, what is going on with that? So yeah, moving on to the equities because nobody wants to sit here and talk about the dollar anyway. Daily chart on the US30. So taking this trend line out of the play because at the end of the day, I mean, horizontal is, in my opinion, stronger than trend, diagonal anyway. So get rid of that. So we are sitting here at a pretty major area of resistance. It's a pivot point back from August of 22 where we saw very, very heavy selling volume come in play. Pivot point back in May of 22, a lot of selling pressure come into play. Pivot point in March of 22, selling pressure here. Rejection in 20. Just long story short, this is just probably the most important area to trade off of on the Dow in the last couple of years. And looking at yesterday, we had a nice rejection wick at these highs, closed bearish, currently created an upper wick on the day already, started to push bearish. So I see potential sells in play just looking at the daily chart. Looking at the 1 hour chart, broke through the highs yesterday on the open, came back below, just retested that break on the overnight session at London session. Now sitting below this prior area of support, now resistance. So I don't think we get like, hey, we're going to hit retest and start dumping early this morning. I do think that we could potentially fill this range from Friday, but probably not until volume comes in. Maybe with jolts, who knows. However, I would just be keeping an eye on some kind of potential move like this off of let's come up and retest this area and then start pushing the downside. That looks like a good idea. Starting to slope underneath the descending EMA. We'll be sitting right at the VWAP area. So something like that could be interesting. US 500 on the daily chart. Same area that I just mentioned on the Dow. It's arguably one of the heaviest areas of resistance / support in the last couple of years. As you can see, a lot of rejection here. Yesterday closed with a rejection wick, closed bearish amongst this whole area of rejection. Today gave us an upper wick in the overnight session. And we're now pushing potentially bearish here. Looking at the 1 hour chart. Printing a little bit of a head and shoulders here. So I would just look for it to fill Friday's move. Something like this. But again, I'm gonna trade it closer to volume time, not 7 a.m. So US 100, I'm gonna take a wild guess and assume I'm looking for the same thing. All right, let's see. Still sitting on top of support. One hour chart, we're creating now from these equal highs to these lower highs. So we can break through 13,250, this support here. We could probably create this descending channel and then start pushing back to the downside, filling Friday's move as well. But I'm not a huge fan of NASDAQ because we are still sitting on top of resistance. So I'd rather trade the S&P or the Dow because they're already below resistance and they have a cleaner sell setup than the NAS. So I'll be trading either S&P or Dow today. No NASDAQ. Taking a look at Goldilocks. Still in this range. Yesterday, that nasty squeeze, this trend line came right back, filled that move again. And we're looking for this little squeeze again, I guess. So I'd probably look for like a 1994 run, maybe. I mean, it's looking similar to like this minor run here. Rejection, 1994, fade. You know, run here, rejection, fade. So I don't know. It's just, do we get another move like yesterday? I find that unlikely. Maybe with jolts. But until 10 a.m., I find it unlikely that we get another move like this. And I'm looking for a 1994 rejection, but I'm not trading gold, so I don't even know I'm going over it, but anywhere in this range, I'm not touching it. So you can see what silver is up to. If I could spell, or I guess type that is, we would know what silver's up to. Silver had a nasty rejection wick from yesterday. Really? A lot of support here on the daily chart. A lot of wicks. Looking very, very weak after this just obnoxious run from yesterday. So metals are a no-go on my list for now. No-go. Oil, I'm liking buys. Let's talk about the daily chart real quick. Sitting here at the 50% retracement of this entire move here. Sitting right on top of this prior support area. Look at the 1 hour chart. Wedging in here. But again, same thing stands as yesterday. I don't want to take any buys until we break structure. So 75.82 is when I will consider taking some longs for a swing. I mean, this is probably one of those trades where I'll take a swing in a day. Like, I'll probably leave a core position on, looking for like an actual run, like longer term. But I'm going to look for like a nice day trade as well. So oil is really piquing my interest here. If we can break through the structure, again, it would have to be above here. Retest that broken support, find a bullish engulfing, and then we'll look for the rally. So this is the only thing I look for oil today. And let's run through some pairs real quick. New Zealand JAP. Daily chart closed bullish above the area of interest. So now looking for a potential bullish run, maybe on a retest for a continuation because of the yen. I still want to see that yen continuation play that I talked about the other day. If you take a look at the 1 hour chart, New Zealand yen, It's been just grinding up, and I don't want to take buys here. I'd like to see some type of pullback into more of a rounded EMA, and then we'll look for a continuation higher. But nothing on New Zealand Jap today. CAD Jap, same thing. You could potentially actually look for shorts off this area that we just retested for then a eventual long. Although that would assume that, well, oil's not going to run today, which, so not a huge fan of that one actually at all. USD JPY, I actually was liking this short area here, at least for the then eventual longs, because this is a pretty heavy area of resistance and support from prior days here back until, I guess, 2022. And we just are showing a nice rejection wick there on the daily chart. If the 1 hour can break below and close below this area of support, you can even watch it on I'll probably watch it on like the 15-minute. Then I'll look for a break and retest, and then sells for then maybe eventual longs like the next couple of days. But take a look at the overall move here. We did break this trend line here, had this retest, just pushing down now. So yeah, I'll wait for a break and retest and a bearish engulfing, and then I'll take the sells. So I hope the dollar just gets obliterated today. Yeah, how about that? But I mean, if you think about it, right? Then the equities wouldn't be good for shorts. So I don't know. We'll see. Regardless, I'm not going to change my bias because of that. Like whether I'm maybe I just won't take something like this, right? Maybe the equities aren't short. Maybe they're long, right? So somewhere in here, we'll start getting a better picture of the day as price starts developing more and breaking structure to one way or the other. So that's something I'll keep an eye on for USD JPY. Pound yen, I still want to get the shorts. Actually, pretty decent area of shorts where we're at now. Prior area of support, broke through support, finding some potential rejection here. So could be a decent area. We had this nice double top after we broke through these highs. Double top, broke through the low. And now we're seeing some bearish structure here. Looking for a continuation on the downside. I don't know, though, if I want to wait until it's below 171, or because if you look at price right now, we're still just in this range. Last 4-hour candlestick left a nice rejection wick to the downside. Still sitting in this range technically, so I don't really know if I want to take the sells unless we get like a nice push in confirmation to the downside. That was the 2-hour chart, by the way. The 4-hour chart is had a bearish engulfing from the last 4-hour candlestick, so but showing a potential rejection here. I think I'll wait until below 171 because then you have a very clean traffic looking left, and you really have nothing in your way on any time frame. So although I like the shorts, I'm going to wait for shorts below 171 for pound yen because we are so strong. I want to get a better confirmation. Pound Swiss, sells look decent on this one. If you look at the daily chart, this is an area that I was actually looking for sells against anyway. You have support, resistance, support, support, and this is an area where we broke above, bearish close back below. Current candlestick gave us this nice upper wick, and we're starting to retrace a little bit. If you look at the hourly chart, wedging in here. So really, one way or the other could have a potential decent play. You get a break through these highs, a close through these highs, because you're seeing a lot of wicks right now. A close through these highs could get a nice rally. Close through these lows, seeing a nice push to the downside. But overall structure on the higher time frames look nice and bearish. Look at zoom out here. Right around the 50% retracement we're sitting at for the rejection point. Pound USD, not trading this one. I was looking at it earlier. I was like, oh god, we're back in this nasty daily range. It's like the same range as gold. And you look at the 1 hour chart. This whole range in here is gross. Gross. I mean, we still have some potential like support here as well, and yeah, I don't know, nothing good here at all for pound USD. I'm just gonna wait for to get out of this range. Not interested. Euro GBP. Euro GBP daily chart is looking a little rough. We had this just area just north of price action. Like, let me just get rid of everything real quick. This area right here, very, very heavy area of rejection and indecision. A lot of wicks. Yeah, so just let's draw the zone across. So it's going to be like right here. This whole just zone. And so we'll see what price decides to do. Current daily's fighting in this zone. If you look at like the 30-minute, you can see that price is just struggling and fighting in this area here. So I'd like to see a daily candle close one way or the other, and then we can probably get a nice confirmation of, okay, you know, this is where we're going. Because you're seeing a lot. I mean, you could see a lot of rejection and just indecision in this area. I mean, just throughout the last couple of years. So look at the 1 hour chart. Clean buys above this prior high from the overnight session. Sells would be, oh, I don't know. Let's see. Sells would be probably below like this area right here. So, kind of in a range that I don't really want to trade, but one way or the other has pretty clean range. AUD JPY on breakout mode here, but running into some resistance. Here. So, AUD USD found some support here. Creating this actual like this daily potential like head and shoulders. Downsloping EMA, running into some resistance. So this has time to sit up still, I think. I'm going to wait for this one to give us a daily confirmation, because I mean overnight we had Australia. They did a surprise rate hike. They thought they were going to come in with a pause, but they raised 25 basis points. So you saw the Australian dollar shoot up overnight. So shorts in this area, maybe get this fill back down, but I wouldn't touch that until you get a daily confirmation. But I'm going to leave it at that, because I think I went through all these pairs already, and there's a reason I didn't star them, because they probably look like dog, you know. So it's just, I'm going to leave it at that and hop off and go trade. So thanks for hopping on today. Have a blessed day, everybody. I hope you have a profitable day. And remember, jolts at 10 a.m. Tomorrow's Fed, so could have a choppy day. Don't force any trades. Be patient today, and I will see you tomorrow. Reminder, tomorrow we're having a Fed stream at 1 o'clock. So be there or be square. Have a good rest of your day, everybody, and peace.